Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Breaking Points, giving you motorsports coverage beyond the checkered flag. And this podcast specifically, just NASCAR coverage beyond the checkered flag. Phoenix, baby. I'm not diving into Phoenix yet. I don't care enough. But we do have breaking news, and we have one piece of breaking news, which is that Cletus McFarland is going to be entering with RCR in the number 33 at Rockingham. I am aware it is not Rockingham week. It's Vegas, but it's big news. Thoughts, comments, concerns, y'all.
Oh
Okay.
I like
my.
I like the stare off that we give each other when we want the other one to talk. I like this little bit that we've had the entire it's always been like this and I love it. But anyway, um what is NASCAR doing? I get that I get he's a big name and you want to cash in on the increased viewership he's giving, but at the same time you don't have to do it immediately. Like, you just ride the wave. I think if he gets a few more ARCA starts, maybe a truck start or two, I'd be more comfortable getting him in the O'Reilly car. But aside from that, I really don't see the reason to put him in a car, especially a title contending car, other than like a cash grab.
Honestly. Gabe, you got any thoughts to add?
Yeah, it's similar. It's similar. I mean, I'm gonna have a I'm gonna have a keen eye on his performances at Rockingham, but yeah, it's there's good and bad to it. We'll just leave it at that.
I'm kind of nervous, I'll be honest. Because I mean, I'm not laying into him. He did pretty good this week, Corey Day. As far as I saw, he didn't really get into people. But having both of them on the same track at the same time, kind of nervous. Again, it's lack of experience in big machinery, kind of like what we've been saying in the past. Nervous to see how that goes down, especially with Rockingham, because last year was the first time they went back to it. So that'll be an interesting one to tune into. I will be there. I won't be there, but I will be doing the report or something. I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. Yeah. So that's all our breaking news, unless something just popped up while we were talking about that. Don't think so. So we're just going to dive right into O'Reilly's no apps at Phoenix. I was there. I was there for the Taylor Gray poll, and I saw him. Listen for the blooper. It'll be at the end. Thoughts on that race? I was too busy in victory lane for a while. I was too busy taking pictures. So I do find it unfortunate that William Sawalich crashed out again. He has no luck. Like, I'm very upset about that. Anyways, someone else take it. Sean, you're being voluntold.
Ah, I
Nope.
nah, I'll go. I'll go. I'll go.
Ah.
The JGR cars are being very disappointing again. That was rough. That was rough because Brandon Jones was sliding up. He was sideways. He had no control of the car. And then I think it was Gray and Sawalich just ran into him. That's what I think I think I remember happening. But either ways, it's another very wouldn't say poor. It's another slightly lackluster showing by all of the Toyota drivers. None of them cracked the top 10, obviously. Um, right now, Sawalich sits at 18th. Um, it's rough. It's rough. They're not having a good time out there. They're getting beaten to shreds by the JRM cars, and a host of other cars like um, Haas Factory. So yeah, it's just rough times for them.
Yeah. On top of that, talking about the winner of the race, Justin Allgaier. Um, he wasn't the dominant driver of the night per se, because that honor went to Jesse Love. He led 114 of the 200 lap race, and Allgaier's night wasn't seamless by any means. He recovered from multiple slow pit stops, which I know that's kind of Gabriel's thing to poke at, but I'll talk about it too. And we're going to talk about it in Cup as well. Don't worry. But yeah, Allgaier was definitely not the class of the field, but at the 15 to go restart after that Sawalich Thompson whatever crash, um, he drove through and took the win. So great on him to finally take his first win here, and to him probably avenges the title loss he had in 2025.
I mean, wait, did he not win 24?
I said 25.
I know, but I'm saying, did he not win in 24? I mean, he won the championship, but did he win the race?
Yeah, he won the race.
Oh, so he just had an off year.
Exactly.
Ah, is a man not allowed to have an off year?
No.
What do you mean? He still made it there. He just didn't win it. God. Jesus. It's fine. Ugh. But it was really funny because my friend was wearing a Justin Allgaier shirt, and he's like, I don't think he's actually gonna win, but he might. And then he did. And my dad wore Jesse Love. So that was also unfortunate. You know? You know how it goes. For our picks, though, our highest finisher of our wheel spin was 25th. So this also might be the first time we've had no one in the top 20. So we had Dean Thompson, which was my pick, in 25th. We had Brennan Poole in 27th, which was Sean's pick. And then Garrett Smithley in 29th.
Hey, top 30.
Top 30. Bro. That's that's sad.
It could have been.
Go ahead.
That's all I said. It could have been worse.
After like a generational run, I think last week, I was it last week, where we got like
Everyone in the
multiple
top 10.
everyone in the top 10 after a generational run, we got the worst of it all. Absolute absolute crap. Let's just say that.
Further,
Um,
our wheel picks were actually looking like pretty good up until this point too. Like
I
we
know.
have been going along good, guys, but then we had to have that run.
I mean, we have been saying that at least someone has to get the whammy every week. It just happened to be this week. Everyone only gets whammies. Actually, no. One of us had a top 10.
Oops, all
One of us had a
whammies.
top 10. Nope, I had a top 10. Haha. Suck it. One of us. One of us had a top 10. And I underestimated him. So that was unfortunate for me. But yeah. Gabe, did you want to lay into some pit crews for the O'Reilly series?
I mean, uh, Sean kind of mentioned it. I think my only guy is real like my only crew is like Justin Allgaier. Like there were so many mistakes. Like it's not just once. It was like a few times. There was a slow. It was a slow stops, and there was one where they left the lug nut on. They were pulling on that thing, and that thing was not coming off. They had to do it again, and then that thing just like sent him like far back, not to the back of the field, but a bit far back. But good on Justin though. He still made it up, and like the broadcast said, like I really remember this at like when you go to Phoenix, and when you're in the top five, you're the one guy you do not want to be racing is Justin Allgaier, and he's gonna hound you down like a shark smelling blood. So good on Justin, really.
Honestly. And if we want to just go straight into the cup pit stop, if it's if it's who I'm thinking of, Is it who I'm thinking of, Gabe?
I don't know.
The number 12 team. Oh my goodness gracious. How? You fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. How do you do it? Not once, twice. A loose wheel. How does that happen? And then proceed to go on and win the race still. Um, I think that speaks more to the driver than anything. But yeah. Do you want to talk about the number 12 pit crew?
Yeah, sure. You absolute imbeciles. Really? My goodness. Right? Like Bailey said, you you did it twice. You you screwed up the same thing twice, buddy. How do you do that? Really? Seriously, how do you do that? Right? Thank goodness, right? You have a friend like you have a teammate's pit crew to go into, right? You can drive up there, tighten the wheel, and just take a penalty. But goodness gracious, how did Blaney drive all the way back to a win? That's a damn miracle, right? Like in sports, we always say we're only good enough to fight the other team. We're not good enough to fight the other team and the refs, right? That's what we say in ball sports. But in motorsports, you're not good enough to fight the other 30 something drivers in your own pit crew. So come on, we gotta tighten up right here. Help your guy out, right? He's shown incredible resolve. So you go out there and fight like hell for him. My goodness, do better.
I saw the pun. Tighten up. I bet that was unintentional, but it works. Sean, thoughts? Anything?
Um, I feel like Gabriel summed up my thoughts on the 12 team pretty succinctly, but I'm surprised he also isn't agitated about how it went for Christopher Bell because he dominated the vast majority of that race. It's ironically very similar to what Jesse Love had the night before, just lost it at the end when Blaney came alive on the long run. It was the most Ryan Blaney race ever. Just passing as many cars as humanly possible, only for it to fall apart. But I'm glad it went his way this time. It just sucks that Bell couldn't get the three-peat at Phoenix.
I was honestly rooting for him at the end. But I will say, when Joey Logano crashed out, I was in a pit full of anti-Joey Logano fans, and they all started cheering. And then there was one person who was a Joey Logano fan, and she just walked away. It was really funny, actually. But it sucked for Austin Cindric. I don't remember if that was the same crash. I think it was a different one. That looks hard. Like, he's not having a good start to the season, and I feel really bad. Like, for Austin Cindric. Ugh. Yeah, that was definitely a different crash. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It's
the one where Joey had a mistimed push on Chastain, spun him, and then Chastain proceeded to slam into Alfredo and Cindric, and then Cindric just like banged into the wall and like he's out. Right? It's rough times for the man. He's like what? I remember his standings like 34th or something. I like it's it's rough for him because he's a guy who's similar to Joey, profited off the previous playoff systems multiple times. But this year, I don't think he's gonna get that luck. He's There's gonna be more of a case to fire him, especially with this. We talked about this in the past, where his dad was fired from the IndyCar department. And then we were talking about like how maybe Cindric might get the boot. He got to stay, but this performance is it's just not it, and I'm worried about him for his seat.
I think the question is if they do boot him, who are they replacing him with? And if you say
Yeah,
another driver, I'm gonna ask you to then fill their seat. I swear to God. If we do this whole thing again.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, like I don't
There's
think
not many up and coming Ford drivers.
Austin
Sorry.
Cindric hasn't done bad this season, contrary to popular, well, not popular, but contrary to what the finishes suggest, though, because he's collected the sixth most stage points this entire season. So he's running up front consistently. It's just the fact that he can't get the finishes. And really, instances like today show that things aren't really going his way. I mean, he's ironically taken that that Ryan Blaney bad luck where you run up front consistently, but some way or another, it just won't go your way. Granted, do I think Cindric is as good as Ryan Blaney? No, but I also don't think he's gonna lose his ride. So it just sucks that it's not going his way so far.
yeah,
I mean,
but
I hope not either. Go
what
ahead.
I'm saying is like if this persists, right? And he finishes the season, I don't know, 27th, 26th, right? Like just so far away from the playoff field, then is that would that be a case to say like, oh, maybe it's time to bring someone in with like with a different perspective, you know? I mean, like we look to O'Reilly's, and I mean, I can name like Sam Mayer used to be in the Ford system for a year. I mean, a year, but he used to be with Haas, Haas when they were with Ford, and then Harrison Burton. I mean, I'm talking myself out of this right now, but yeah, there are a few options. I'm just a little bit worried about his position, how he's doing so far, and that bad luck is a really bad. It's a it's a tough thing to deal with because you you're not doing anything wrong. Your crew ain't doing anything wrong. Your strategies, your setups ain't doing anything wrong, but some way, somehow it just catches up with you, and that's gonna be tough to predict.
Yeah, and I just checked the O'Reillys. The highest finisher in a Ford was Daniel Dye, immediately followed by Chandler Smith. And neither of them are full time. So it's like, if you're gonna replace him, you're gonna pull from another cup team, and then they're gonna have to figure it out. But
Even
I hope not.
even with like Sam Mayer though, like I I would argue that no current O'Reilly driver is an upgrade from Austin Cindric right now. Like I think with how Cindric is doing, and you replace him with an O'Reilly guy, I don't think you're gonna get an upgrade. I mean, I don't know.
Potentially a sidestep.
Yeah, exactly. Like it would be a lateral move at best. Like who do we think is the best in O'Reilly? Probably well, Allgaier's aging, but coming through the ranks, who do we think is the best?
I mean, it's a hard question because I mean, they'd probably prefer someone with a Ford, which the only one in Ford and O'Reilly's is Nick Sanchez, full time.
They would have to pluck from a Ford team in Cup. Like how many Ford drivers in Cup are on expiring contracts?
I mean, all of the FRM guys, like they're all signing 1 year deals. They're not. I mean, RFK won't let their guys go across, so it's really just FRM and Wood Brothers.
Which I mean, Wood Brothers pretty much already is Penske. So it's really just front row. I could maybe see Zane Smith being an upgrade from Cindric, but also I don't see Zane Smith leaving front row.
Yeah.
Solid. a hard topic to think about. But another really funny thing, or are we okay to leave this topic for a second? I have a funny rumor that I heard while at the track.
Sure.
There is a rumor going around that Legacy is trying to get Riley Herbst. I don't know how much I agree with that. Did I hear it in the garages? Yes. So, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if they would if they would replace someone or if they would put him in a third charter. But then someone told me that who was it? I think it was just some random person walking by and they're like, "Oh, they'd never put Corey Haim in there though." And I'm like, they actually had Corey Haim merch today. Or this weekend they did. They didn't have it even at the even at the finale they didn't have Corey Haim merch and he won the championship. Like, okay, they actually had like branded Corey Haim merch. I got a shirt. I'll wear it on episode 67. I won't
But
wear it on episode 11. That's not happening.
I mean, Riley Herbst going to the third legacy car makes sense because they are expanding to three charters. So I think it would make sense. I also don't think that like a lot of people have this opinion that he's exactly the best driver for the job, but um I mean, yeah, that was shoeing Corey Haim for 2311 though, assuming Legacy really doesn't want to put Corey in there.
I mean, I think they do at this point. But then it raises the question, would he go into the 35 or would they keep him in a 67? Because at
Please
least
keep
the
him
67 they make jokes about.
please keep him in 6-7. Please, please, please,
Please.
please, 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 please.
At this point, I'm gonna be so upset if they put him in the 35. Like, I can't. I can't imagine that. But 6-7, you just have this guy just showing up doing the 6-7 jokes. Plus, you got an immediate song to do your reels to. That's like perfect. You don't have to worry about thinking about what song you're gonna use or what sound in the background it's gonna be. You already know what song it's gonna be for Corey Haim in that number.
Exactly.
Exactly. Point is, while we're talking about 2311, let's talk about our picks. I had Bubba Wallace, who only top 10 of the day. Hell yeah. That was a hell yeah moment. Then we had Ryan Preece, who also moved Chris Buescher's car as a joke after Chris Buescher drew a mustache on an autograph card. I don't know if you guys saw that video. It's hilarious, actually. Beyond the point. Ryan Preece finished 13th. And then AJ Allmendinger in 19th. We did not have a good week. Or the drivers did not have a good race. Either way, we kind of sucked. Or, no, we didn't suck. We didn't pick these. The wheel sucked. This was our bad week, guys. Unfortunately, it was. But oh well. We'll do better this week, right? Do you guys play
Yeah.
roulette? Would you play roulette?
Right now?
I mean, not at this very moment, but we're going to Vegas.
Have you
No.
seen the memes all in on 17 Black?
Oh, I always go black 17. So I've been going black 17 since I learned how to gamble, like as a child. Like that's like our thing. And also Baccarat. Baccarat's fun. You got to go in with a lot of money though, because it's expensive. Most tables are minimum $100 bets. But it's also the closest thing to 50-50. It is about as close to 50-50 odds as you can get. It's like 48 point something for both sides, and then there's like one where it's like a tie. It's a really fun game, trust me. But don't play it for money. Play it with your friends. It's more fun that way. Anyways, not to get on to the gambling topic. If you're going to gamble, Gamble responsibly. We do not condone gambling here, especially when we have two people who can't gamble on the pod.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, NASCAR also has sponsors for drivers who can't attend certain sponsor things. Yes, I am talking about Connor Zilish and the purple car. Not like he could do it. So it's funny. Anything else we want to say on Phoenix before we start talking about Vegas?
But
Um, I'll let Gabriel go.
yeah, I want to shout out the Toyotas. Really good race overall. Um, Obviously, my driver, Christopher Bell, led for a significant amount of time. Obviously, he didn't finish the job, but still got a good amount of points out of it. Um, at some point, I really thought Ty Gibbs was gonna get his first win. Eh, Missed opportunity, but still good finish. Obviously Hamlin, Wallace, Reddick, Eric Jones churning out a top 10 finish. That was also pretty good. So, yeah, shout out the Toyotas. Even Riley Herbst got a top 20 finish. So you'd know it's a good day. That's it.
John, thoughts?
Yeah, I was talking about this right before we started recording, but I thought we were going to go into Phoenix thinking we were going to get more of an understanding as to who the front runners are, but I think the most we got was Chevrolet are not great. I mean, you think about how the race stacked up. Blaney was able to carve through the field. Bell dominated the race. Briscoe looked great early on, but Larson finished third. But where was he all day? He was pretty much nowhere. Byron had tire issues. Obviously, the 48 has the stand-in driver. Chase Elliott was involved in two crashes. You know, Chevy just aren't really there at these flat tracks, and I don't know. I think Vegas will be our representation.
And if I remember to, I will put the pictures. Um, the thing that happened with Carson Hocevar's car before the race for why he had to start at the rear, it was a Chevy problem. Like there were people from almost every single Chevy team. Like I remember looking and I saw there was at least a couple Napa pit crew guys in there or like engineers. Um there was some obviously there was from everyone Inspire, so there was like Freedom Insurance. Who was Michael's? There's Michael McDowell's guys in there. Um there was a couple of Larson's guys. Who else was in there? There's a couple allies, but there was just a whole bunch of Chevy engineers working on this car beforehand, which is where I saw Jeff Dickerson and Matt McCall. Biggest pull of the weekend. Oh my God. I was so happy when I saw them. Also, Jeff Dickerson's a lot shorter than I thought he was. I say that about everyone I meet, except apparently Taylor Gray. Um, Hear that in the bloopers still. I'm plugging the bloopers. I'm plugging stay to the end of the video. But no, I kid you not, Jeff Dickerson was like my height, like 5'5", maybe 5'6", if
Maybe
that.
six,
That's also
maybe
me
six.
being generous. Huh? No, that's me being generous. Like I'm not joking about that. But no, it was definitely a Chevy engine problem. Like there was people in the front part of the car, like in the engine cavity, like just standing in it. And like there was like two people doing that, and then they were all surrounding the car. I wonder if I could. I'll probably send the video in our chat of when they finally got it fired up, and then I'll either post the pictures because I don't currently have the pictures on my computer right now, but I do have the video on my phone that I just sent into our chat. If you guys wanted to see it, if not, it's also very blurry because I took it on Snapchat. F Snapchat, by the way. Oh my God, does it suck? But that video was when they finally got it running right beforehand. But I got pictures of all these pit guys in the car, literally, and they were being so frantic. It was insane. But it was definitely a Chevy problem. So I wonder if a lot of those Chevys just had similar problems, just not to the extent of the 77.
Yeah, I thought I saw that on your Instagram story, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I posted it on there. You should add us on Instagram. Not me specifically, but you should add us on Instagram. Honestly, I actually don't care if you find me on Instagram.
But yeah,
Check out my
Yeah.
JPEG.
we actually just don't
Look.
care if you follow us or not.
Yeah.
No, but if you do, we'll actually start posting on there, which I'm working on it. I am working on it. Wait, wait.
Wait,
Wait.
Fireworks.
wait,
No, that wait is not saying that we're going into the bloopers right now. That's just me saying wait so I could do fireworks.
Wait.
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 But
Wait.
however, I do want to say it was a hot day in Phoenix, right? And
You
and
want to
here's
say it was a
this.
hot day in Phoenix?
You can tell us about that. You can tell us if it was. You can tell it was a, oh no, it was a cool day in Phoenix. It was a cold day in Phoenix. But yeah,
No.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I got something I want to say. What's with all the Chevy tires blowing up? It was all Chevys, right? It was the the chain reaction started when I think Gregson blew a rotor. Was it Gregson? Gregson blew a rotor, and then McDowell blew his tire. Byron blew his tire, and then someone else also blew his tire. A whole lot
Zillish.
of people, Zilish blew his tire. Um,
Oh, and Haas.
everyone
Cole Custer.
and
His
Cole
rotor
Custer,
also broke.
everybody blew their tires like on Chevy, right? So I wonder maybe Chevy set up their car wrong on the day, maybe expecting something different. And from your video, I'm guessing from the looks of it, I think they might be putting in something like a heat shield or something. I don't know what that is, but yeah, whatever. It's a hot day. Got their tire pressure settings wrong, and it just blew up all their tires. So just like Sean said, we'll see their actual like true like performance gap between Fords, Toyota, Chevys when we get to Vegas.
Well, the hope is we will. The hope is we will. Because if we say that this is where we're going to see it, then it's going to be the most boring race. And someone, you know what? I was about to say it's going to be a really boring race, and someone who we totally expect is going to win is going to win. And Sean wants to share his screen.
You always
I guess
do
I'll
the
allow it.
same thing every time I do the request to share. Like, oh, Sean wants to share his screen.
Sean
Oh,
wants to
but
share the screen. No, but let me tell you how hot it was. Oh my brother. It was disgusting. However, it's also Arizona, so I can't really say it's that disgusting because I live through it every day. But it was a nice day. It was windy on one of the days, so it didn't feel as bad as it was. Does that mean I drank water? Absolutely not. I had an icy.
was
Hydrate or
wasn't it like
dihydrate.
85 yesterday?
Yeah, 85 yesterday. Track at the track though, when you were infield, it was definitely pushing 100 because you're like right there. But then the first day it was only like 76, 78 maybe. So then track was like 85, I think,
See, right now in
ish.
Pittsburgh, it's a nice 68 degrees,
Ah,
sunny,
so close to greatness. Right in between greatness, actually.
right in
What is it
between
right
the
now?
golden numbers. But anyways, we'll move on to the Wheel of Pain as it was last week. But the Wheel of Doom, some new notable entries: Carson Kvapil's in the 9 car. Um, Cole Custer is in the 0 for SS Greenlight. and we're still waiting on the numbers 30 and 35 to confirm their drivers. And Larson's in the 88. So,
Who's in the
yeah,
one then?
Zilich.
Oh, that's a
All right.
choice. Okay, never mind.
Who's going first? Who went second last week?
I think Gabe did.
All right, Gabriel, you're going first.
No whammies, no whammies. Or all whammies.
Sheldon Creed.
Ooh, that's a
Not
choice.
bad. Not bad.
Good pick.
Good
All right,
pick. Good pick.
I'll go second. Give me someone good.
Wow.
That's not
That's a
someone.
great
Mason
one for someone good.
Maggio.
That's not someone good.
Rough
That
times. It's rough times
You
for us
know
all.
what?
okay, Bailey. I hope you get a pick worse than the equipment Maggio's driving. Oh, Jeremy
Hey,
Clements. That's actually decent. He ran good at Phoenix.
we're not
We're
going to
getting
Phoenix. We're
getting
going to Vegas.
getting edge between Zilich and Allgaier is peak Wheel of Doom.
All right,
Ay, ay,
Bailey, your
ay.
time. Bowman is listed on the cup entry.
Bowman Alfredo, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but Bowman's listed on the entry list, but there's no update on his condition, so we'll wait until that confirms. But anyway, Bailey, you're spinning first.
Yeah. If I get Bowman Alfredo, I don't know, man. I'm gonna cry.
Austin Dillon.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
that's even worse.
You know what? I will say about Austin, he was running consistently top 10 for the first half.
And
He
then he
hasn't
crashed.
wasn't I don't know if it was his fault, but nonetheless, yes.
I will say it was funny that both of them crashed. I think they both had tire problems. I do think that was kind of funny.
All right, I'll go second. Give me someone good to make
Someone
up for
please.
Mason Maggio.
Someone
Please,
please
please,
get
oh.
Bowman.
please, please. Yes.
You got
Oh my
Blaney.
God, dude. That is that's literally the pick of the week.
All
Not
right,
gonna lie.
Gabriel, let's see who you get.
Please, someone get Bowman Alfredo. I don't know, man.
Chase
Briscoe.
Ah, you
Briscoe.
guys get good guys. This sucks.
I got Mason Maggio,
Followed by the pick of the week, Blaney
but Gabriel just got Briscoe at a mile and a half.
and Creed. But at least we know Creed can win.
Also, points update. In the O'Reilly series, Justin Allgaier leads the standings by 3 points over Jesse Love, followed by a 5 point gap over Austin Hill. Then it drops down to a 38 point gap to Carson Gloppel, and then a 41 point gap to Sheldon Creed.
Hey, Sean Creed's still up there though. That's what matters, right?
Then in the Cup Series, obviously Reddick still leads despite not winning. He has the eighth place finish at Phoenix. He leads over Ryan Blaney by 40, 50, 60 points, and then leads over Bubba Wallace in third. I can't do math by 72 points. And then it's a vast gulf to Chase Elliott in fourth, and then Shane Van Gisbergen in fifth.
How
Hmm.
funny would that have been if you win 3 races in a row and the one race you lose the lead of the championship? That would have been so funny and so mean at the same time.
I mean, had he DNF'd, it could have happened.
Yeah, but he still finished the race.
Top 10.
That's top 10. We take a top 10. Considering that he came into this with like only like 3 or 4 top 10 finishes in his career here is kind of funny though. So, yeah, I think that's all we got. Unless anyone has anything else they want to add.
Yep.
Cool. Whose is it? Sean. Cheers.
All right.
Wow, look at the time, he says.
What an excellent phase of action we had at Phoenix Raceway in Arizona. It's a shame that we don't have anyone on the podcast that's from Phoenix that can go to the races. So, maybe next year. The excellent run of races. Blaney won. So did Allgaier. We had some good picks. Yeah. See you after Vegas, actually, and before Darlington, I think. Yes, before Darlington.
Wait, 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 wait. Just for that, I'm gonna show up at Charlotte and Vegas. Or I'll show up next week in Vegas. I'll show up in Charlotte. I'll show up at Watkins Glen. I'll show up at Pocono. Just for that. No,
Oh
I
no,
won't.
don't apply for credentials and go to a lot of vastly different tracks. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried, so I paid for tickets and I got to go meet drivers. I got to meet my birthday twin. Hold up. And I also got to tell him that I love that he said he wanted to shoot Ronald McDonald, which is crazy. Shit, you can't even see him.
It's
Justin
just
Newgarden, by the way.
okay. Someone on like my campus wide like social page said, "Can y'all drop some non-boring hobbies for men other than video games and gym?" And then I replied saying breastfeeding. Why is Bell so? Why is
Why is
this thing so
Bell
big?
huge? No one else is nearly that size. It's just Bell.
Maybe
Right
that's
next,
a sign that Christopher Bell's gonna win this week. Who knows?
I guess so.
Oh, side note. I don't know if you guys saw the reel I posted about going to the liquor store. I thought about posting that on the Breaking Points one as a joke. And then I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. I'll actually post real stuff on there.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Well, it wasn't actually to the liquor store, but it was the sound saying, like, something's wrong with my legs. I go like this, and then I go like that, and I end up at the liquor store. But I end up at a NASCAR race.
Garner Minshew is the GOAT of all backup quarterbacks. If you want a guy who will solidly throw like 1 for 8 in the third quarter, he's your guy.
You know what? It's better than Kyler Murray. He can't see over the line.
Truth Nuke.
Yeah. I think every team is screwed next year. We're going to be back to Chiefs.
Nah, it's the Giants. It's time for the Giants to step up and win. You know, we got everybody back. We got Jermaine Elway Muner back. We got our O-line fixed. We got a linebacker. Damn, how do we get Tremaine Edmonds for $12 million a year? That's crazy.
That's a crazy one. I was going to say, isn't
Also,
Scat back? Nope. What? You're welcome. Straight from my university to y'all. To the computer. Thank you. Okay, you guys want to know this really funny story that happened over the weekend?
sure.
So, first of all, I'm in line to meet the Penske guys, the IndyCar guys, which I will also show you guys a picture. I got a picture of David Malukas deep throating a piece of steak. That's not the funny part about this though. I'm in line and I'm talking with my friend, and guess who walked by me that I fully didn't recognize at all?
Who?
Taylor Gray. And the funny thing about that is I looked at him and I said, that's definitely not Taylor. And I went back to the conversation with my friend. And then he was just like, why did you like pause? And I'm like, I think that was Taylor Gray, but he was too tall. We looked it up. Taylor Gray's freaking 6'1". And I don't know why he definitely gives off short energy. So it was definitely Taylor Gray. And he just walked straight in front of me. Same thing with Michael McDowell.